So right now I'm in line to get my COVID test. The state of Maine wants incoming people to take the exam or like the test 72 hours before we enter the state and to quarantine until we get our results in. It just started pouring really bad. And I'm wondering if this is Hurricane Isaias. I'm not sure how I'm gonna leave tomorrow. Hopefully we're able to leave in a period where it is not pouring down like this. Hey! So my family and I arrived safely in Maine, thank goodness. I'm a bit surprised by it, but I'm very grateful that we did make it here safely. My family and I decided to drive up the same day that Hurricane Isaias wanted to do a little sprint up the East Coast. And my dad, being a runner, was very determined to outrun the storm. We were all pretty determined. I think my family, everyone in it, is very determined to get things done on time when we planned to get things done, and we thought that we could outrun this storm, that we thought we could be like a few hours ahead of the storm, but that never happened because the whole 12 hours we were driving, Hurricane Isaias was cruising along right next to us, just chilling, just wreaking havoc onto our lives. No, but in all seriousness, I'm grateful that nothing terrible happened. Like, we were on this 13-mile-long bridge in Virginia, and a fear of mine is driving across bridges. I mean, I can do it, but I just have this fear of like swerving off the bridge and being in a car that is submerged in water. That is a huge fear of mine, and that fear was at its fullest when my family and I were driving over it at like 4:30 in the morning. The winds were just very, very strong, and I could see the ocean water just spewing from the sides of the bridge onto the road, and we had to drive in the middle of 2 lanes just because it was pooling on either side. It was very terrifying. We made it off the bridge, of course, because here I am, but I checked Hurricane Isaias updates right after we got off the bridge, and it said that the very bridge we were on closed, let's say 5 minutes after we were let through on the bridge. So we were on that bridge during its worst conditions and thankfully made it out. And we still kept going.
I'm just gonna stay right there in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Well, then again,
You just can't see where you're going. That's what I'm saying. So just pull over.
yeah, but this way we're moving at least.
Yeah, but we don't know where we're moving.
30
though.
right here.
Okay,
30
okay. Underneath this.
Yeah.
Yes, stop.
Okay.
Thank
And
God.
it's like,
Oh my God.
because it's like a
Oh my
funnel.
God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Somewhat.
We kept driving and we kept getting so many tornado alerts, but we kept going. And we saw this huge metal, you know, those blue metal highway signs that are like rooted down, it just uplifted itself and it threw itself, it tossed itself like right at like our windshield, right towards my mom and like all of us. But we were freaking out. My dad had to like swerve the car a little bit, and luckily he did not hit us, did not make a dent on my car, which I'm very surprised by, but also thankful. We kept going even then, and there was this one car that just stopped in the middle of the highway because I guess there was like a metal plate in the road, but we had to stop because we were right behind him, and there was like this huge semi-automatic truck, you know, those big truckers, I don't know. It just like had almost like slammed into us, but it had to like swerve onto the other lane. Thank goodness no one was there. That was also a very close call. Kept going until Connecticut, when a bunch of trees were falling everywhere on the highway. There was a lot of traffic backup. The winds were getting stronger because Hurricane Isaias was like coming in right behind us.
Blocking both lanes.
Yes. See, this
Did it
is,
fall on a car?
this is why you don't travel when it's a storm. It's because of falling trees and falling debris.
And I remember we got off the highway because we wanted to avoid the backup. And right as we were about to make a right turn, this huge tree just fell right in the middle of the road, just blocked the whole road. And we just told ourselves, you know what, that's it. We've had enough stress for the trip. Like 12 hours of like eye twitching and just like being unsure if we would make it out alive. We decided to rent a hotel room in Connecticut and just call it a night. Reaching Maine, and hopefully we get there within the next 5 hours. Thank goodness my brother didn't come along on this trip because I don't know how he would have fit in this car. I'm like taking up 3% of the space right now.
He's big with that.
And like literally have stuff in my lap. Yeah, my brother.
He could have fit like 6 months ago now.
Yeah. So yeah, that was our trip. And during the whole 12 hours, I could not take a nap because I was terrified that if I closed my eyes for even a second, I would wake up in a hospital bed. My mom was saying a lot of prayers in the car. My dad was trying to keep calm, trying to remind us that we can definitely outrun this storm. And nope, we lost the race. But it's okay because we ended up in Maine safe and sound. The next day, it was like nothing ever happened because it cleared up all of the trees and there were a lot of cars on the highway. Everything was bright and sunny, and made it to my apartment and finished setting up my room. My COVID test results and they came back negative, so that means I don't need to quarantine in Maine anymore. I can freely explore while wearing my face mask, of course, so I'm very excited about that. Currently at Crescent Beach. It's so pretty.